it allowing Chile to stay and build, or get another coach? What next? Because if you look at, if you don't qualify for the World Cup, this group of players are in their 25 years plus. That means the next World Cup they will be in their 30s. That means we are going to miss a golden generation. I don't know, but it's a question everybody needs to ask ourselves. What next for the Super Eagles? What do we do for us to become one of the biggest nations that we used to be in Africa? And while the international break is on, transfers are moving. Some are moving to Saudi Arabia, some are moving to Europe, in Turkey. Some are changing coaches, some are sacking their everybody. Something is always happening in the world of football. For example, Onana has moved to move away from Manchester United. Uh, Tottenham Forest sacked their coach and they have a new coach, so we're going to talk about all that on the show. And even Spurs chairman decided to resign for after very very long time in that seat. But we're going to talk about all that on the show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today we'll talk about what next for Nigerian Super Eagles and some transfers that have been happening when the international break was on. Good morning, also. How are you?
Good morning, Godwin. International break is almost over.
It's over.
We can't wait for Saturday.
I'll Google.
We can't wait for
tomorrow.
Saturday. No, I mean it's almost, because people see there. Some people see there for flights, Some people see they travel. They see they travel go there.
I don't know where they travel.
so we can't wait for Saturday to come. So, but please, let's just move on, please, because some news happened during the international break that was heartbreaking. The likes of Nuno Espirito Santos, the likes of the resignation of Daniel Levy after 25 years, and some other news like that. And somebody came in the pitch yesterday and was warming up. Manager will first team resume. Most years the record will be.
Good morning, John.
Yeah, good morning, Godwin. Good morning, football listeners and super sports fans out there. Sad news yesterday, and it's crazy, but it's the life we're living.
Okay, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, before we move over to the sport transfer that happened throughout the international break, what next for the Super Eagles? What do we need to do for us to improve as a nation? Do you think that the problem is still from the NFF? Because if you go on social media, some of our fans are still blaming the NFF that they didn't support the Super Eagles well. They didn't bring the right coaches. Look at bringing 3 coaches in this qualifying, they stabilized this team. What next for the Super Eagles? What do you think we should do to improve our football? Even look at our local football too, because one of our podcasts, one of our fans was saying that the problem is that we don't have local talent. So if the foreign guys are misbehaving, you cannot even go to our local leagues and bring some players from there to replace them. Look at the Shan, they just finished. They couldn't even play anything in that competition. So what next for the Super Eagles, and how do we develop these Super Eagles and develop our national league for us to improve? Because if you look at the great nations that have done well, their footballing nation, their league is always good. But Nigeria, see what we are always up and down. So what next for the Super Eagles and for our national league?
But if you remember very, very clearly, when they were making the list of people who represent Nigeria for the CHAN, I told you here and I said this list or these players was politically selected, and I will not blame Chile. I said it here on the show, and I told you that same day that how will you go to a tournament of 26 players, half of them were attackers. Remember who wants to play balanced football. More than half of the players that were going for that tournament were strikers and wingers. The midfield was lacking in bodies. The defense was lacking in body. So when your midfielder is tired, you don't know when to take off a midfielder and bring another person because you don't have any other person on the bench to play midfield for you. So I will not blame this on Chile, because definitely, if you look at him, I said it before, he came into the side, and I think the contract still states, or the contract is still not in the aspect of looking inward, because if he was to look inward, I think 2 qualifiers ago, before this 3 months or before the season ended, before last season ended, the last World Cup qualifiers they played, or the last international break they had before the season ended, I think they were like 4 to 6 homegrown players in that team, and the ones who got their day in the sun did well. You won't tell me that those players did not do well. The ones who got their day in the sun did well. The fullback from Enugu Rangers, the guy from Remo Stars, the other midfielder from Niger Tornadoes, they all did well. They all did their bit. I'm not going to say they did exceptionally well, but they all did their bit to help the Nigeria Super Eagles team get the result they got in that encounter.
Godwin.
Now coming into the aspect of, is Chile going to be the person for the future? I will still say it. Let us come back and look inward. There are coaches in this league They are coaches in the MPFL. Now, I know JJ Okocha came to blast the MPF and the NFF. JJ Okocha went on to blast the NFF for selecting Finidi George and saying he selected players based on, if I know you, you go come. If I don't know you, now I know you, I don't know you. So because I know you, you play for me. If I don't know you, you don't play for me. Now that was what JJ Okocha went on to say in that interview when he granted, I think, last week. But the bulk of the issue still rests on the NFF. Anyhow, I want to see.
That's the thing, because everybody is saying that
NFF
should take,
and again,
take more of the blame.
you look at the players they keep calling up. The last time we played against Zimbabwe, look at the players they called up, and we asked ourselves, what's this list? Some of these players in this list, what are they doing here? At least you should select based on form. That's what most other nations do. They select based on form. If you're on form, you play for the national team. If you're not on form, go and pick your form somewhere else.
Okay, John, what do you think is wrong? NFF, how do we develop our national league? Look at our leagues. Even though we keep complaining, even though some of the leagues are playing when the national team is playing, Nigerian league was on when all this international break was on. That means that's how, because if they are truthfully, they are serious about that league. The probably pause. That means what it means that none of the players from national league made the squad, because part of the reason that they pause your league is that majority of your star players play for the national team, so they cannot be playing both of them at the same time. Your club is playing when your star players is playing for the your country, but nobody is calling anybody from this our local leagues. Everybody is from foreign, and the foreign is not doing well. Our local leagues is not doing well. The NFF is not doing well. Everywhere is in shambles.
I think the general sentiment out there in Nigeria over this failure to qualify for the World Cup is blame game. Right now, I do not want to come and join the blame game, because blame game has never helped anybody
At all.
and will never help anybody, because in this life you can either have emotion or you have progress, and if you want emotion you cannot have progress. If you want progress, you have to throw away your emotion and take the steps necessary that's going to give you the progress you're looking for. And in this scenario, I think it all goes back to the grassroots problem we have in this country.
Exactly.
Tell me when last we had a local competition from grassroots.
We used to have this all Africa, all African, this thing universities play.
Nuga games. We used to have a culture for competition from grassroots up to senior level. We used to have a heritage in this country that from under 13, under 17, under 21s, we grow our talents. Unfortunately, somewhere along the line, they threw away that mold and rather went into pursuing Nigerians who were born overseas to get them to come back and come and play for Nigeria. I think that strategy hasn't worked. Secondly, the hire and fire mentality from the glass house is counterproductive, because you are not Chelsea, you are not which other club uses that model? You are not Chelsea. And then secondly, the players you have, you cannot sell them.
You have to bring what you have. You cannot buy.
You understand me? So if you feel that the crop of players you have in the Super Eagles are not giving their best, like some people that will tell you that they want to retire from Super Eagles at 25 or 26, bro, you have millions. I'm telling you, you have millions in Nigeria, local talent that are ready to come on and fight to earn the right to get boys there, talent there.
I think part of the problem is, I think what you pointed out is one of the problems. You don't have grassroots we don't have grassroots football.
We say they no get.
We don't get that structure, man.
See what I mean now? They might be everywhere, but the part of the thing that make grassroots grow is sponsorship. For example, if you look at the grassroots, and so let's say in a country that is developed well, you see how they are actually progressing. You will see some of these players in English team that are played from the under 16, under 30. You see them. Most of these players, 90% of them play until they make the national team. When we used to have these local games and all that, some of these players will play a hand and then small boys they play some of these things until they grew up.
Do you know how many people played with Ian Acho in his team? When they played under 17,
everybody will not make it.
Now, that was a process of grassroots. Where they get those players from? They were homegrown. You will not tell me that any of those players came from abroad. It was after the under 17 and under 21, Ian Acho left for Man City and the rest of them. So, grassroots football brought talent.
It brought talent.
The mode now. The problem is, I'm not saying there is no grassroots football. There is grassroots football. They are growing, but the mode is, let's grow these players just to sell them. If you train them finish, what is it training a player? All the players, everybody wants to play abroad. So everybody is training to play abroad.
Now it comes
And
back
there's
to,
nothing wrong with that.
No,
it comes back to the same problem.
it's coming back to the same problem. But you can't say you can't take away the fact that there's grassroots football, because any place, but like you talk about the Super Eagles team. Now, I keep saying it. Bulk of those players grew up in Nigeria. Bulk of these players, of the current players, played Nigerian football. They played MPFLs.
I will still ask you one simple question, which is of those bulk of those players now that played in that competition, of those bulk of players, where is the next class of those bulk of players? Where is the next class? We don't have a next class after the Iheanacho said. We don't have a next class.
After Iheanacho said that,
we don't have a next class, man.
After Iheanacho said, Victor Sime said day.
See,
when did Bruno Onyemaechi just leave? When did Rafael Onyedika leave? When did the Frederick leave?
What I'm even saying that in general, I think that things like the Nuga games, to whatever games that we organize, somehow they decide not to continue without no reason. There's this place that you do. For example, if you develop your league, for example, players will not want to go. So it boils down to the same problem. It's still a Nigerian problem. For example, I played for Rangers International as an 18-year-old boy.
Yes.
And I've been paid 50K.
Yes.
My dream is to go and, if they pay me $1,000 anywhere in Cyprus,
you are going, obviously. You are going, obviously.
So it's still a general problem. It's still a grassroots problem because there is no money in our football. The NFF is not doing anything in our football. They want the competition that make una go play. Sponsors go even come, and even at least your team win, you now go win like 10 million. Everybody will come collect like 500K at once in a while.
Godwin,
that's what we are talking about.
How can you have sponsors coming in when our league is so governmentized or politicized, in the sense that state ownership is still 99.9% of the club structure? How can you see progress in that setup? There's no incentive for investment to come in when you know that the club itself is not built on the fundamentals of being a profitable business venture. You have people in that setup who are not doing anything and are receiving government windfall for those sitting on the job and occupying space. You cannot put even Dangote himself. Dangote should have the moral backing to invest in MPFL, because at a certain point in time he wanted to buy Arsenal FC.
Now when my guy they fire,
he won't buy Arsenal. Why not just outrightly just come buy Wiki Torres?
That's
it. Or investing in
if I buy what's the name of their Ponnewi.
That's the thing, though.
Now, after 2 seasons, they relegated.
Do you know why? Apart from that, when they buy it, they want to be in charge of everything. They can even tell you, bring me this player, do this one. They all want to be in charge. They don't buy it and leave you. For example, some of these clubs, they interfere, but majorly for the coach. If they don't like the coach, they will sack you. But this one, we interfere a lot. I used to hear, I listened to one of these, Westerhoff. This one of these interviews when he was coaching Nigeria. He said that he was coaching Nigeria in a football match,
and somebody
sent him a letter
from upstairs.
One minister sent him a letter and told him to change the player. And he was like, he saw the letter and he was like, go and tell the minister that if he wants to take my position, let him come down and sit on this seat, so that he can go up and sit on his own seat. So we have a lot of government interference in our football. That's why everybody's blaming the NFF too.
And then secondly, Godwin, coming back to the chant that we just saw, coming back also, I feel like there's a way I'm feeling this morning, but if this man is not going to marshal that team the way he would the Super Eagles, we should have a separate manager that will come in and work with homegrown talent and accelerate them into the Super Eagles, because it should be in his purview as the head coach of the Super Eagles. You do not go to play World Cup qualifiers as though they are like, let me say, the World Cup themselves, and then we are talking about Chan, and then we are okay with receiving big part results. Because look at the incentive every manager that took the under-21s, under-17 did. They knew that they were building towards a potential job with the Super Eagles. So we should divest that position from and have a separate managing team for those different cadres of our Super Eagles, and then for home-based talents. Because I don't understand why it would be so hard for us to use homegrown talent to play some of these qualifiers or play some of the other games we have? Why is it so hard? And then secondly, why is it that whenever there's no qualifier or AFCON to prepare for, any other team football in this country with regards to the Super Eagles dies a natural death? There's no preparation. It's just like we are living a life in Groundhog Day, where we are that student that never reads the book. Then when exam is 1 week to come, we are doing night class all over, all 24-hour night class. It doesn't make sense.
It boils down to the NFF and the Nigeria as a whole. We have a problem in this country.
Look at it now. There's grassroots football. There's poor organization. There's poor scouting team. Because now, if we put all these things together, what we're talking about is scouting team. How does the NFF session the scouts? You go out there, look for talent. How does each club, football clubs, it's not every time you organize, what's it called? This, you invite players, tryouts. I think there was one they did in stadium, I think last year, where they had a foreign investor come for a team. There was one they did 3 years ago in stadium as well, where foreign scouts, French scouts, and came to Enugu in the Enugu Rangers, the what's it called, Nnamdi Stadium, and selected teams from Rangers and all of that had to play a team. And out of the whole 1,000 players that came, I think it was only 3 that got it. That got it. So if you have a proper scouting team, you always get more than 3 every month.
Okay, we need to see what we are going to do for our Super Eagles. What next? What next? Because we will not keep. It said that insanity is repeating the same thing
and expecting a different result.
So you cannot be repeating the same thing year in, year out, and expect that one magic will happen. We have to find a way to start doing things, especially on our local competition, like this Nuga game we talked about. I didn't know why they stopped it. They just decided to stop it, and a whole lot of things. The NFF, the politics everywhere. In fact, politics in everything in Nigeria. Every small thing politics will enter. Small things, I know this person, I don't know this person. Small things, I don't understand. So we need to fix whatever it is.
Still waiting for the Nuga game. Let's start from the local government games.
Like, something like that.
At least all the secondary schools in one local government will have a competition. Then you go there to scout.
The problem is that everybody is looking for money. They don't want to wait to invest money. But sport is a lucrative business. Do you understand? If you develop our sports, sponsors will come, and most of our players will not even. But imagine that a player is playing for Rangers and is earning maybe 5 million a month. If you calculate, it's almost $4,000.
Yes.
Give or take, or 3 or so. Why will you go and suffer? Why you can live here?
You can get 20
and live like a king here. So we need to find a way to develop so that sponsors will come develop our grassroots football. The NFF to reduce politics now. Politics don't too much, so that we can progress as a nation. It's affecting everybody. It's affecting the Super Eagles. It's affecting our local football too. Look at local football, like John just said. Most of our clubs are still government owned, 90% government owned. So we need to find a way to get them private sectors to invest in our league. Okay, before we go out to Europe and talk about some of the transfers happening, because Onana is on the move. Onana is jogging away from Manchester United. Let's go to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. And Charles, welcome to the show. Say good morning, Volt Sports. Good morning, Charles. MNK saying good morning, guys. Our permutations will not work again for the qualification because of the blame from the NFF. The players will not play with zeal again. Okay, Chooks is saying good morning, Chooks. Okay, Mark Ifeanyi is saying good morning, guys. Raw remains the best coach Nigeria have. And how, okay, in terms of qualifying for competition, the current NFF are incompetent and clueless. Okay, Farouk is saying, Farouk, welcome to the show. He said there is much talented players in the streets, hungry to give their best, but with some managers to go for screening, they come back in fully. They only select those that has people to push them with money. Yeah, that's the thing. Imagine that.
I go try.
You go try, and your uncle come call and say, I'm sponsoring your academy with 20 million. They go select the boy. So I understand what Farouk is saying. So we just need to find a way to change a whole lot of things in our Super Eagle, in fact, in Nigerian football in a whole. Okay.
I think before we talk about the Nuga games of the universities, we have to start from secondary schools first.
Okay, let's start from. You know why I said start from? Okay, secondary school. Then that's when they are young, because
university, them young.
Yeah, university you are already 16, 17 years old. Yeah. So okay, it made sense. I think we should find a competition
secondary schools.
They used to have this competition for
Junior
secondary
school.
schools.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Local governments.
I remember, no, for national. They
No,
used to
no,
have
I
this,
mean,
because
when
I was in school.
No, I get you. What they do is, from each local government, winning teams will represent the states. It will go to the states. From states, then each state
will play.
will not play as a nation.
That when I was
And you get
growing up, secondary school, we used to have this
local
competition where
governments.
secondary
We should start from that level first.
secondary school play competition, national competition around Nigeria. I used to remember that. I can remember vividly when I was growing up. All these things have stopped, but let's see. Hopefully the Nigerian government and Nigerian NFF will do more for us, because football is gradually dying. Everybody wants to travel abroad. Talk to any footballer. Talk to any footballer in Nigeria, even one that is still 15 years old. All their dreams is just to leave this country and play football. So I don't understand how do we develop where all the talents are living. Okay, let's hope they do the NFF do right by us. Okay, let's move away from NFF and the Super Eagles and talk about Manchester United, because Onana is finally going to leave Manchester United after 3 seasons or 2.5 seasons. How many is in done day for that place?
It's 2 seasons already.
Plus. So okay.
No country plus. You never reach half.
So it's going
this
to
is never start.
He's going to leave Manchester United, and he's going to move away from Manchester to Turkey. If you go on the internet, Manchester United fans are happy. Why are they happy? Their goalkeeper is leaving and they are happy.
See, they have the right to be happy, you know. It's how it usually is. When they say a prophet is not known in his hometown, they have the right to be happy. You understand me? When the laughter turns to sadness or tears, I'll be ready to reply them whenever they are ready. But for now, for me, it's a better deal, better cash for the guy. Go there on loan, and then
it's not even going to play. It's better. It's not going to play at Manchester United.
You know which Man United do well.
I'm telling you, bro.
You know which Man United do well. This is one player that has lost, I think, 3 finals in his career. 3 finals.
Is he the only player to have lost 3 finals?
But
no.
He's the one to have led to the loss of the finals.
He will not be the only goalkeeper in Europe that has led to the loss of 3 finals. No, because you cannot divest the entire team from the failure.
But when the team is now fighting so hard, fighting so well to win a game, and your goalkeeper just commits a blunder,
he will not be the only goalkeeper to commit a blunder. He will not be the first, neither will he be the last.
We have Karius, Judas Iscariot of Liverpool, when he did it against Real Madrid. We know that one. Who else can you give me his name?
Them plenty now.
Who else we know Julius Iscariot, but who else can you give me his name from top of your head? So I'm just saying, in recent years.
Kushak, Man U fans, Kushak.
Which one Kushak do you? Now Kushak commit the error.
Another one I'll give you is Peter Cech. Yes?
I said person carry ball, give opponent.
No, I'm telling you, people who have done same things. Bro, the list is endless.
There's mistake, but if you look at some of the goals, truthfully, some of the goals Onana considered, I saw
even the one he considered this last one against Cape Verde.
You know that he almost fought with a fan because of that goal he considered.
They almost go beat him. They almost invaded the pitch.
Some of what I saw on the internet about Onana, it was funny. Some of they are saying they need to investigate him. Some of the goals he considered.
It's like yes.
Some of this goal was set at him, and he just entered the post.
There are sometimes that you look at
all the talk about Onana conceding goals. Go and look at his record at Inter.
Yeah, he was fantastic with Inter. That's it.
Thank you. That's all you need to know.
So
number one,
okay, fine.
I will still go back at the risk of sounding like a broken record.
Yes.
His first season, how many defenders in front of him in 30 games? 30 different defending formations in front of Onana. First season. I'm saying he's playing on the station now as a liner. Yeah. 30 different defending mixtures in 34 games.
Yes.
First season. Manchester United are dyslexic right now. They don't know the numbers. When they see numbers, the numbers are dancing. It's not standing still. Because we don't know if it's back 5, back 4, back 3, back 2, back 1. Right now, we don't know.
Now, with a goalkeeper who has made 18 errors leading to goals in 2 seasons.
With a defending in front of you that is not consistent.
Now, that was his first season. Defending in front of you was not consistent. I agree. Let's agree on that. Second season, what happens? In total you've made 18 errors. Only you leading to goals. Only you in 2 seasons. Even the worst goalkeepers did not make that kind of errors.
I saw
compared to shots faced.
I saw one of the compilation of kind of goals. Some of
And
the
there are some
funny
goals that
goals.
clear cut.
Truthfully, they need to investigate that guy's move. Make I no lie.
I was
Some
looking
of the
at.
goals was straight at you. What I mean straight at you, like it was straight at you, and he entered. He somehow
That's
What
what
do,
they
what do
use
you
to
expect? What do you expect? When even the goat himself, when even the one you are calling goat and the other one that some people are calling goat,
It's not
You
you
have-
said it, see, your face statement when even the goat himself.
when
Fire
even
force it, say
the
the way
best
it is.
players have their terrible days. I'll give you a clear-cut example.
Terrible days maybe for 2 years now.
Excuse me, in the Club World Cup against the team, I don't want to call the name of the team now, and they lost, and a lot of people were trending on social media that the GOAT lost a match against this guy. I was saying that this team you are talking about, put it in perspective. So this goalkeeper you are talking about, put him in perspective. This team that he is playing in, I will give you a list of 15 players that have left this club and are doing phenomenal. One of them is the face of a club in Italy. One of them is the best player in Italy last season and won the Serie A. One of them. But it's the same group of Manchester United fans that they cannot do right by in their own eye. And I'm telling you that we will still see Lamen. We will still see Bayende.
Lamen Deo.
We will still see the blunders. Because till tomorrow, Man U will never learn how to defend set pieces.
Okay, statistics for Onana for Manchester United. He has played 102 games for Manchester United, had to have 24 clean sheets and have conceded 150 goals for Manchester United, and 18 of them error for him. 18 of those goals error, and he's considered, so he has considered more than his appearances. So well, he's going to move to.
No, yeah. See, I said go just
Ramsey, Alpha.
Let's be honest.
No, please.
Ramsey, Alpha.
See, nothing you want to tell me. Yeah, you.
And you can't see one of you be striker. What goes by appearances? But another is going to move to
see, John is just trying to. No matter how you try, I understand. You're trying to shame my United fans for at least making them look that terrible. But please,
yes.
But
you should take most of the blame.
But please,
you should not
there was
take
a
most of
time.
the blame.
There was a time where if I check in the
When you
Chelsea
finish 15th, you are allowed to concede goals.
Hey, I did concede 150 goals.
When you finish 15th, you are allowed to concede goals.
Okay, Onana is going to move away from Manchester United. He's going to move for Strasbourg in Italy. Sorry, in Turkey. He's going to. They completed that before the international break, so he's going to move now today to conclude that he's going to go on loan with no option to buy. Though that means after next season he's going to come back to Manchester United to sort out his future. If he decides not to go, decide to chop money the way others are eating money there, you sit down there and eat money. If not, you need to start looking for club before the next summer. But he's going to move to Turkey to play his football. Remember, Manchester United brought in a new goalkeeper, so we are going to see in the next year the Manchester derby is going to happen on Sunday. Who is going to start the new goalkeeper? Or
Bayern starting definitely.
Yeah, but they brought in a.
Lamen should start.
Lamen
the main one now.
They brought him from. They brought him from.
Now by who they wear number one?
They brought him from.
Now by who they wear number one? They never see number one for bench.
I know too, but I think that they brought the boy for the future, number one, and for now. Do you understand? Because last season,
deputized for now.
Last season.
For which future?
Even Bayanda wasn't even that fantastic.
They brought Lamens for now.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted.
They brought him into
Don't
deputize.
get it twisted.
Okay,
For now, he's going to deputize.
He's going to start.
We can hear and speculate, but in the next couple of
and
games.
concede 5 in his first game.
In the next couple of games, we are going to see who is going to start. If Bayanda continues to start in the next maybe 2, 3, 4 games, then he's going to be the first goalkeeper, and Lamens will become second. But after, I remember some of when they brought in Raya for Arsenal. This guy started. Ramsey started the first 3 games. After the international break, Raya entered and didn't go out again. So let's see what Ambori is going to start. The new goalkeeper. Oh, by that for Onana has left Manchester United. Another player that have moved, he was a free agent, is Eriksen. He was released from Manchester United. He has a club now in Wolfsburg. In Germany, remember they brought Boniface. Boniface is there, and they brought Eriksen. I think it's a good deal for him. He go to Germany and play good football.
I wish him well. I was just seeing a video of him and from All or Nothing, him and Danny Levy and Jose Mourinho, when he wanted to move to Inter Milan, I think him going to Wolfsburg now, I really can't say anything against him. He's had a fantastic
He
career.
has a fantastic
I'm
career.
happy for United. They have him off the books. You understand? And hopefully he can go and rekindle the embers of his career in the Bundesliga.
Yeah,
You
but
remember that song? You remember that song? Grandpapa know the old you. That's everything for you. He still has it in him. But going to the German league, Baba just suffered heart problem.
yeah.
Came back strong.
Yeah.
Did 2 years or 3 years at Man United. Came back and did exceptionally well in that team. But going to Germany now, it's going to be more runs. You get? It's like many of these teams are trying to, with too many young players. All the young players, you won't exempt the fact that they are all talented, but with the lack of experience in between to guide them, there's always a problem in the team. So I just feel like he's like going there as a senior man figure.
Okay,
to guide,
he's
to
going
lead.
He's going to play with Boniface in that team for next season. Boniface moved to Wolfsburg from Bayer Leverkusen, so everything is there. So let's see how it's going to work out. Okay, let's talk about coaches, because what this international break was going up, and Nottingham Forest decided to sack their coach Nuno. Remember before the last game, or last two games, before the last game of the season, last games of the season, he had problems with the chairman, the owner of the club, when he stormed the field and was confronting him. And he went to the press and said that it's just a normal conflict. But after this summer, they have been having this problem. They could not agree, but they decided to part with it. In fact, they decided to sack him. And now they have a new coach, Angie. But what do you make of this sack? Nuno has done a fantastic job. You see, that's the thing about human beings. When he took over, nobody expected Nottingham Forest to be where they are. Suddenly, you are on the blink and you are blaming the coach. If he has finished maybe 10th or 9th, you are told it probably he had a good season. Now they were challenging for top 4. So unfortunately for them, they lost a couple of games. They dropped out.
Injuries.
Yeah, they dropped out and they are playing. For them even to play Conference League, it's still a plus for them, because when the season started, they didn't even believe that their club can even qualify for the Conference. The top place of challenging for the top 4. So I don't see any reason to, but I think it's a wrong thing for them to sack Nuno.
It's a wrong move, because I feel in this scenario, Nuno is being forced to be a victim of his own success.
Exactly.
Which is what should never be. First and foremost, there are 3 talking points here that are very provocative. And the first one is, why should a manager, the owner of a club, be storming down to the pitch because of substitution?
West Ham versus Minister, I be that.
Why should that even be happening? Why isn't he being knocked with a sanction from the Premier League, first and foremost? Because we all saw the bus stop. We all saw this guy. I now go to get in between them. We all saw what he took, and he went away for some days. Why? He collected something for face. So that behavior is totally unbecoming, first and foremost, because even when we had pragmatic club owners like Vinay, before I bite my tongue now, Vinay Pen, whatever, the guy who owns Leicester, when they won the Premier League and before his late demise, we saw characters like that.
We saw characters
like Ibrahimovic.
They will just sack you in the morning. You will be sleeping. They will send you.
Ibrahimovic is halftime. He will come inside the dressing room and come and para your ancestors before they will go back and go and sit down. We shouldn't be having such open public display of, this kind that we've seen. But I'll tell you where the whole thing went sour. It all went sour when, after this incident, they missed out on what they missed out on. And then coming to the transfer market, there were moves that he wanted that wasn't granted. There were other moves that were also given. But now, one of the 2 things he said that nailed his, let me say, his sack letter, or inked his sack letter, was one, he was asking for this transfer to be done before the end of the preseason. All of those transfers came late. That's the first one. Secondly, he answered an open question honestly about his relationship with the owner of the club. And that's plain. Like, you cannot kill somebody for having their open, honest opinion out there in the public. Bro, the relationship degraded, and that's the fact.
That's what they said. Okay, no, so
that's the fact.
What do you make of them leaving him of this duty? I think Nuno has done a fantastic. But I allowed him to build into the future.
People when they wish me relegation, would not see team go replace me for that zone. Nothing you want tell me. Nothing Forest relegating this season. Angie is a good manager. I'm not going to say
They brought in Angie. Angie is not.
I'm not going to say
Angie is not
Angie is not a good manager.
Get their next game. Arsenal.
You know the annoying point about this matter now is that he came out and said that one of the reasons why they went for Angie is that he doesn't like the defensive ball this Nuno plays. Is that not a side shot? Somewhere defensive ball that got you into Europe.
Almost to qualify for the
into
Champions
Europe.
Now, I'm not going to say Angie is not a good coach, but Nuno, I've said it, is a manager that he knows what he wants. This is I keep saying it sometimes. I don't know how other people see football, but I feel like where you played on the pitch when you were playing and when you become a manager affects slightly. It's not that it's full time. Sometimes you just have different opinions, but affects the way you play as a coach. Affects the way you set up your team. This man was a goalkeeper. He won the Champions League with Porto. You get, he was in that team. Now he sees a team. He says, for the players I have, I can't always attack because of the kind of players I have. So at this instant, I need to play long balls. I don't need to play beautiful football. I just need to get the win. Win good or win ugly. Now, I think Abu Fatih Wanderers was playing a back three. That was the first time I saw a back three in the Premier League. And he went to Europe with it. In Nottingham Forest, I think at some point he played a back three. It wasn't working. He had to convert to a back four with Milenkovic and the other guy in defense. And he worked. Now with two defensive midfielders. Now in the summer, when those incident happens, player went on injuries and all of that, he went in to say I needed players. And that, I think that was what brought in the request when he made the sub and Marinakis came from upstairs and tried to query him and tried to raise that. I was thinking Premier League would have sanctioned Marinakis for field invasion because you need to, if as a football fan you invade the pitch, you do the same thing.
The game is over when you
no game never over now. Before the blue final whistle, you do that thing. So they're supposed to sanction and say okay for invasion because you're supposed to be in the VIP side, not in the field. So you are invading the pitch during the game hours. You get now after that. Baba God go talk in truth. And the truth is, I don't know about the other things he said in that interview about the relationship with him and the board. You're not there to become best friends. At some point in the job, if you're not doing well, they will sack you. So you're not there to become best friends. But in regards to the players he wanted during the transfer market, they got some of those players in early. Elanga came in early. And some other players came in early. But the ones he needed the most. Elanga left. The ones he needed the most in that team. So I'm sorry, Elanga left. But the players he needed came in early. But the ones he needed the most in midfield and on the flanks did not come. You get, he had to be the one to submit the petition. He had to be the one to report Tottenham Hotspur for trying to poach MGW, Morgan Gibbs White. He was the one that reported the case to the Premier League that they are poaching his players without his consent.
Okay, but Angie is now the new coach for Nottingham Forest. He plays an attacking football that almost relegated. Even though they won the trophy, they almost relegated. They won the trophy. Though. Yeah, they won the trophy, but he almost relegated Spurs. So and Spurs sacked him.
Remember, he said, I win trophies in my second season.
Well.
Now, which means he did
what he said.
He's talking now do. Now he said the same thing. He said something else. He said, if you see TV series, season 3 is always better than season 2.
They don't allow him.
But now they don't cancel season 3. Does this mean
okay? Not for the TV season 3.
No, like not for he don't come back to season 1.
Straight up.
Okay, delegation coming.
But let's see. Angie is the new coach of Nottingham Forest after they sacked Nuno, even though they over-indexed for last season. Obviously, just maybe if they have won 1 or 2 or 3 games, they are probably playing the Champions League. But they that even their final game against Chelsea, if they have gotten that 3 points, maybe they are going to play Europa or Champions League. So that was how close they were last season. But as greedy as human being, the owner wanted more because he don't taste small sugar. He wanted sugar. It isn't like that, but hopefully let's hope that Angie is going to do one better for them. Hope if Angie can take them to more glory this season. Okay, there's a miss. Let me correct something. There's a miss communication that I did earlier. Boniface is playing for Werder Bremen while Eriksen moved to Wolfsburg. So yeah, both of them. I know that all of them are basically the same. Yeah, so Boniface moved to Werder Bremen and Eriksen moved to Wolfsburg. So yeah, they're 2 different clubs. Both of them are not playing in the same club. Okay, before we talk about Levy, because we don't talk Levy just small, we'll talk about it maybe for 1 minute. Let's go to our YouTube channel because Levy finally have decided on his own to step down
Wasn't on his own. No.
as the chairman of sports after long years. All the sports fans has been campaigning him to leave and all that, but he had decided to step down from that club. Before then, let's go to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Bolt FM Sports. And Chigozie, thank you for that correction. I saw it. That's why I actually checked. Thank you for that correction. Okay. Joseph saying, have you forgotten exactly? Okay. I say, okay, Joseph Ibe, Chigozie, welcome to the show. Joseph Ibe is saying, how far, John? Okay, McTominay was never criticized by Manchester United, and we love him.
But that bad after man, the fact.
But that bad man decided to let him go.
He's talking about
Eric Ten Hag. But that bad man decided to let him go. Now, call other players doing well. Note, don't mention Greenwood. Okay, he's also saying, I pity because I will.
Why would not mention Greenwood?
Thank you.
He said, I will pity you because I will be in this channel to drink your tears on Monday. Okay, it's going to be a Manchester derby. It's going to be there on Monday. It's going to just be there live. If you lose, not go disappear.
Now your tear now go drink.
Come back. Okay, Levy has left sports after so many years. I've been in the club. Truthfully, you might say that say all the wrong things he did, but he do some of the right things too. He led this club to the Champions League finals, almost won it. Made profit for the club. The club never went into
financial crisis, yes.
So he managed the club, but finally he's left the club. Just your small take on it before we move on to taking calls.
I would say that in the Premier League, there are few managers of club or chairmen of club that are as popular as Danny Levy.
Yeah.
Danny Levy in 25 years delivered Tottenham Hotspur 2 trophies. 1. And a spanking new stadium that is currently valued at £4 billion right now. Danny Levy delivered this project with not up to 2% interest rate on that loan. That's the first one. Secondly, new training center, new stadium, new working areas, and employs about 2,000 jobs in that community. Not only is that stadium a footballing stadium, they do concerts in that stadium. And when we are talking about clubs, we are only saying that the 3 ways club make football. 1 is increasing revenue through stadium. 2, TV rights, and then 3, transfers that they do. And Danny Levy has ticked all those boxes in 25 years. He has ticked all those boxes. In the Premier League, in the Premier League, they are the most profitable club right now in the Premier League. If you go look at spending pari passu with earnings, they are the most profitable club. If you go look at their wage bill, Manchester United will shoot somebody to have that type of wage bill. They are not paying outlandish sums, and they are having good results on the pitch. So I would say that Danny Levy has done fantastically well. For you to
stay there for 25 years, that means you are doing something right. Even though they are not winning trophies, but managing the club, financial structure, you can never come out to say like Ronaldo came out to say that Manchester United is old.
The way he left the club, how many decades ago?
He did the right thing for the club, built a new stadium for them, but good manager.
I don't know why they are talking about Man United. People that organized Man United and kept it at a standard, they retired with Ferguson.
People were to buy Manchester United.
People that organized Manchester United. People that organized Manchester United to the high standard it was. After the crash in Munich, after all of that, people that organized Man United to a standard dominant team in England, they left in 2013. And after they left, the people that took over ran the club anyhow. You get me?
Yeah.
So let's not compare that people that run the club from 2013 till now to somebody who learned from the Manchester United mode of business. Because
you are the only club in existence.
Let me finish. In 2001, he took over as club executive chairman. There were people, Manchester United, system was still working. So you want to tell me that he didn't copy from their playbook?
Levy has done well for.
So I'm not going to take away the credit that he has done well, but let's not come and shame the other people for not doing their own part.
Bro,
we know that Man United, Woodward and the rest of them and the Glazers misbehaved. They crumbled the Man United economy. But in general, Danny Levy in the past 25 years has built a team that has not won major trophies. Has built a team that has not conquered in Europe. Has built a team that their only appearance in a major European finals two major European finals. They won one. Fine, they won against Man United. Good for them. They lost the Champions League against Liverpool. Now, in the aspect of building a team, he built a stadium. He made their profit. Okay, everything is plus minus the player side. because this is a team that you want to compete for trophies. You want to keep competing for trophies. You have to keep getting the best players. At least while you're getting players in, you're selling players out.
Okay.
And when was the last time you heard the Tottenham side go in and get a top player?
Okay, the problem
Bro,
is that
it's Xavi Simons.
okay, but let's see. Levy has done a fantastic job for 25 years. Depending on how you want to see it, but he's now stepped down as the chairman of that club. They have a new chairman, Peter Carrington is going to be their new chairman from this season upward. But congratulations to him. He needed that rest. Let's go and rest. He has tried. Okay, let's take focus and get your contribution about all these things we are talking about. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning. We can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, what is thank you. I saw your comment on YouTube. Okay, what's your contribution? Mm. Yeah, I switched the clubs, yes. Yes.
And at Inter too.
Mm. Now. Okay, all right, thank you. Mm. Okay. All right.
At least it's better than Manchester United and whoever is backing the club. He is, man. Simple.
All right, thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, depend how you see it. Some people think they did a great job. Some think it didn't do a great job. So depend on how you want to see it. That's it. Okay, let's take more phone calls. Yeah, hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please. Now everybody.
Man U fans.
Make I tell you, everybody's
Una
happy.
go cry this season. Una never know.
Everybody's happy. Make I tell you the truth.
Una go cry. See, I am here for the
the
premium tiers.
Okay, yes,
I'm here
continue.
for the
Name
premium
and location.
tiers.
If they,
Name and location, please. Name and location first.
Name and location, please.
Okay, what is your contribution here?
Yes, nah. You dey wine. Mm-hmm.
I just say no, they obvious. Mm.
Okay. Mm. You were just making money.
You just
Okay.
I take a difference to that because
All right. Thank
Tottenham
you.
are not in debt like Manchester United.
Uh,
Oh wow. Oh wow. Ericsson a below average player. Excuse
All
me.
right. Thank you.
Ericsson na average player.
when he came to Tottenham was
Ericsson
below
na average
average.
player.
When he came to
All right.
Tottenham was average.
Thank you very much.
Let's be
Wow.
honest. Let's
Wow.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
John, before
When Arsenal were building, how many trophies did they win?
Okay. Let's take.
How many titles did they win now?
Let's take calls.
John.
Yeah. Hello. Good
We
morning.
forget too quick.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please.
good morning.
Oh, okay. What is your contribution?
Mm.
No.
Sorry, language.
Sorry, you don't use language here. You
please.
cannot say
Language,
somebody is
please.
stupid there. Please, if you do that again, I'll
Language,
probably
please.
not take your calls again, okay? Just be civil with your conversations when you call in this studio, okay? Thank you very much. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution? So we could not talk about Nigeria again.
Wahala.
We are talking about. Okay. Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right.
I
Thank
think
you.
that's why we need to dwell on it more.
Yeah, that's why we even need to talk about it. More we talk
Yeah.
about, people are aware of things that happen in this country. How we need to fix it. We cannot just keep quiet. And we have the media. We can talk about it on radio. As we are talking about it, everybody is listening. You don't know how many people that is listening to us. We might be talking about it, and one day it will reach these people's ear, and they probably decide to do. So we need to be talking about more of our development of Nigeria as a whole, our football as a whole. We need to talk about it more. I understand where you're coming from, but we need to talk about the Super Eagles very, very well. Okay, this is how we are going to end today's show. Tomorrow we are going to come back and talk about club football. Club football is starting tomorrow. You can give us your own contribution even tomorrow about Onana, Levy, sacking of bringing in not Tampa, bringing in and Angie in that, or sacking Nunu. Tomorrow will be another day for a great show. Thank you for joining us today's show. My name is Godwin. Please, again, when you call, we don't insult people here. You understand? We keep it civil. You can actually challenge somebody's opinion, but you cannot call somebody
Names.
names. Cannot insult somebody on this show. Please, once you do it, please, I'll just hang you up the line immediately. Once you do that, let's keep our conversation civil. Thank you very much for joining us on today's show. Tomorrow we are back to give you more gist about football. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day. All right, guys, on our YouTube channel, Ngozi, welcome to the show. Ngozi, Fortune, I can see you. Fortune is saying, I could remember that there was a De Gea who single-handedly saved Manchester United. Onana
single-handedly caused United damage.
Yes, he has less blunder last season than Emi Martinez.
Okay,
Come on.
Ngozi, welcome to the show. You say, John, leave Manchester United alone. I beg, get ready to cry.
I go fit you now. 4-0. This. Oh, you don't know.
Please,
you
guys,
don't know.
remember to subscribe to our channel. If you are here, Ngozi, I can see you. Please subscribe to our channel. Fortune, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Tomorrow you can join us 8 a.m. sharp. We will be back here. Thank you.